and has the rich friend who's just like, hey, here's $20,000 and all the emotional support that you need.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Alli has Claire.
Yeah,
like Grassley finally remembered that Claire and Alli were best friends.
Yeah.
God, I'm so happy. Like one of the best parts about Eli and Claire breaking up is Claire and Alli get to be friends again. Because if Alli, so many things would have been better if Alli and Claire had just remained friends like they always were. They wouldn't have gotten into half as much shit as they used to be. Because they balance each other out so well in terms of really good advice. Ugh. But yeah, part 2 begins with Drew in the dark with the punching bag, and Adam's like, yo, bud, you want to get to sleep? And Drew's like, or no, Adam's like, have you been having nightmares, bud? Aww. And Drew's like, I would be if I were sleeping. And I'm probably totally sorry to headphone users. But yeah, Adam's just being the voice of reason, and he's just like, hey, Drew, maybe you should just talk to this girl. And Drew's like, okay. Drew is super easy to manipulate.
Yeah.
Like, literally anyone, dude bros were like, let's do a fight club. Okay. Oh, talk to your girl. Okay. Tell me your story. Okay.
He's just like an angry, confused noodle. You just you just throw him into stuff, and he like
that's another definition
rolls with the
of
punches.
Drew. He just gives into peer pressure immediately.
He's like a hive of bees, and as soon as you just like poke it, he just attacks what's ever there. But
is that how bees work?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, and then he's like, okay, I'll talk to Katie, and then they're in the Zen garden.
Yeah.
And I know
the Zen garden.
We're always forgetting whether or not the JT York Memorial Zen Garden is still there. At least I'm pretty sure that's.
I didn't forget. I was I like started this off. First note at the top. Where's the Zen garden? Definitely need that feature.
But yeah, then Drew is suddenly like, I'm so sorry about freaking out yesterday. Like, really cool, really apologetic, trying to woo her, being flirty, and he's like, I'll totally I'll be a sports writer for your newspaper. And she's like, well, you gotta try out. Like, flirty. And then you're like, well, this can't last.
Yeah. Build it up, break it down.
Then Dave and Alli's C-plot.
Yeah, whatever. Who cares? Move past it.
Whatever.
And then Kidney Girl meets back with the mom for like the 3rd time.
My next note is masculinity is so petty.
Well, yeah, obviously.
I forget what
that's just a summary for the whole show.
Oh, I remember now. Okay, so let's recap the beats with the dude bros real quick. And so basically, let's fight in the gym, and then we keep getting caught in the gym. Let's stop fighting. And Drew's like, no, I want to keep going. So then Drew gets Mo to join, and he's like, don't worry, we can still do the fight club. And so now, that Drew is like, I want to go join the newspaper so I don't be violent anymore. They're like, what the heck, dude? Like, the fight club. Like, you were so ready to abandon this.
Yeah. Just, like, whenever it's convenient, they just, like, switch their mind on it to keep the action going.
Yeah. But yeah, you mentioned Holly J and Birth Mom.
Yeah, Holly J and Birth Mom. They meet again, another time, and they're just kind of, getting to know each other, and they're being nicer about it. And then they start talking about prom. And Mom drops the fucking line that we've heard a million times in every high school drama, prom was the best night of my life. Can we dissect that for a second? Prom happens when you're 18 years old. If that's the best night of your life, your entire life is shit from there. Prom isn't even that great. It's just a bunch of like, it's just a bunch of sweaty fucking teenagers in a room. I didn't even get drunk at prom.
Oh, Kelsey.
I know. I know the circumstances of how Kelsey, went to prom super great.
Kelsey, let's just take a moment to talk about how you were in high school.
Oh, wow. I was somewhat cool in high school. No, I was. I mean, I did a lot of theater. I did a lot of speech and debate. Speech and debate was a really, really big part of the whole, like, high school thing going on. I had this, like, bowl cut, and, like, I thought it was really cool that where my bangs went, like, I let them grow out a little bit, and then I flipped them over, so it did this, like, wing kind of thing off of the... Yeah, a little bit. It was very orb shaped. I didn't figure out that there were other shapes of hair until, like, early college. So, yeah, I had a very spherical hair. This is when I started discovering thrift shops, so, like... beginning of high school and end of high school, the fashion got a little bit better.
That's good.
The personality stayed and continues to be obnoxious.
It's okay. I really like your personality.
Thank you so much, Holland.
Yeah, so... Yeah, Holly J and her birth mom actually have a really cool conversation now that Holly J is not pressuring her to give up an organ.
Yeah.
And then, like, really hard smash cut to Newspaper Club, which makes me feel like they had to edit out something.
Oh, they should have done more.
I know, right? And so they're just like, oh, newspaper, Drew's falling asleep in class, and then he gets, like, a fucking flashback to when he got beat up by the gang members.
Which, for those who didn't know what was happening before, all those pieces fell right into place and we could move forward here.
But what I loved is right as we're like panning over into Drew's nightmare, you just hear Katie go, listen, we really need to make room for this Colin, but pulling Sudoku would lead to immunity. Degrassi really needs their fucking Sudoku, okay?
Same.
I will fucking riot.
I flew on Spirit Airlines a couple weeks ago. No in-flight magazine. I always do the Sudokus on those air magazines, and my whole trip to Florida was just thrown the fuck off because I didn't get to do the little number puzzles.
Oh, how good would Florida sound right now? And I never say that.
It was, and continues to sound great. It's fucking almost April, and there's still snow on the ground. Barf. But that's not here or there. That's New York, and we're talking about Canada. Back to Fight Club.
Is it?
Yeah,
he just Drew wakes up from his nightmare, and he's like, I have to go.
Yeah.
But then I said Holly J looks good in green, so that means that
she does.
Holly J is trying on a prom dress, and then she's telling Fiona, and like Fiona's like a really major character, but she really is just a sounding board the whole episode. But she's just like, oh hey Fiona, we talked about prom. Look at this prom dress, and like I dead ass thought that they were gonna go through Holly J's birth mom's Facebook, look at her prom dresses, see her prom date, and be like, what if that's my dad? And then they try and track down her birth dad to get his kidney. But instead, Fiona's like, what a great dress. I want to wear that to prom. I'll pay $20,000 for it. Completely just being like, haha, I'm really only here to be your rich friend. To solve all your problems with my mythical American money.
Deus Ex Machina, here we go. Here's some fucking coins for ya.
Ha, because her last name is Coin.
I knew that super hard, and that was a really good intentional pun that
good job,
I just
Kelsey.
made. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was like,
I
don't know. I feel like this was a really unsatisfying ending to this plot.
Yeah.
Like, we're dealing with the most high, intense organ drama ever. And they're like, well, I can't give you $20,000 because it's illegal. Let me buy your fucking dress for $20,000. That could have been, like, immediately solved in the first 5 seconds. Like, oh, it's illegal to pay for an organ. You know what you could just do? Oh, let me buy... Like, if you're going to be like, yeah, I'll pay $20,000, why do you stop at, oh, it's... If you've already made the commitment to bust $20,000 on a kidney, and you're like, oh, well, that's illegal. Like, you're not going to think of a workaround? You're rich.
That would not hold up in court. Money laundering is a thing. And then they put in a line here about, oh, you know, do I need to do paperwork? Do I need to do that? No, it's in cash. It's fine.
Just give someone $20,000 in cash.
Who's $20,000? Like... And the IRS is going to see that. Oh,
the IRS will fucking track you down, Fiona.
The Canadian IRS is like, oh, this woman just went through an expensive surgery, and yet somehow her kids are still getting paid. Like, you turn that rock over in a second, and you're going to...
But they're like, oh, I bought a dress from the 80s. I don't know. It's just...
Unethical.
I was going to say something.
Fashion is unsustainable. What were you going to say? I can't remember. That's fine. Talking about forgettable events, we go back to boyfriend and girlfriend.
I don't care.
Alli comes out to her parents and says... I mean, yeah, she comes out and says, Dave is my boyfriend. And they're just like...
Oh my god, my favorite line of the whole episode. So she's like, I have to confess something to you. Dave is not my friend. And her mom goes, he's your tutor? Like, complete denial. And she's like, well, he's a boy and he's my friend. And her mom goes... Your friend, boy? And she's like, come on, Mom.
Come on.
Such denial.
Any parent in the world would see oh, hey, here's this mystery singular boy who I'm having come over and sit down and wear a tie and talk to you about cricket. Like, no parents are that dumb. They know what's up.
Yeah. But then they're like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, it's like, because her older brother already went through all of this with fucking Anya. Like, and Sav even said, like, when he was dating Holly J, he was like, this is Holly J, she's my girlfriend. And they were like, cool. So Sav had already broken through the strict dating parents thing with Anya and Holly J. So this isn't, like, coming out of nowhere, at least.
I'm so wowed that you know so much about these characters. It's really inspiring, Holland, that you know and remember so much about the plot lines that happened before this episode.
Kelsey, I love how every time we do an episode, it's as if your brain has completely wiped out all memories.
I like to keep it fresh. I like, I roll with the punches, just what's happening right now. Okay, but then that happens. Fight Club time. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Now Fight Club is happening. We've got...
Yes! Oh my god! Where did Drew find Toronto back alley Fight Club?
Yeah, right? Like,
they're in high school.
This is like trucker crank and like fighting barefisted inside of some mysterious chain link fence arena. Like,
your ex-girlfriend has loose gang connections, but I'm pretty sure you guys aren't talking, where did you find this back alley Fight Club? With adults.
Yeah.
He and the dude bros, which is what I'm calling Owen, Julian, and possibly a third dude bro I don't remember. Like, where did they find this? And, like, the dude bros show up and they're immediately like, nope. None of this, please. Yeah. And
being
Drew's
sensible.
Like, let's do it. And Drew immediately jumps in and gets his ass handed to him.
Yeah, like, Edward Norton shows him what's up.
Yeah.
Does a monologue about wanting to beat up panda bears. And fucks up Jared Leto's face.
Yeah,
super bad.
Just puts Drew in a headlock.
Except it's not Jared Leto. This is Taylor Lautner.
He passes out. And then the next day at school, Julian, who I'm pretty sure is one of the basketball guys that Dave tried to impress that one time. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure because, like, there's not a lot of people of color on this show, but I'm pretty sure they have recycled this one character. Like, he's always just been ancillary in that one Dave plotline. But I guess he's, like, a cool dude bro now. But yeah, Julian suddenly, and like, the dude bros have really just been like, they don't have any real motivation. They're just here to like direct Drew either in some direction. So he's just like,
they're there to tell Drew no. Whatever Drew wants to do, they immediately have the opposite opinion about the situation, just for tension.
Drew's like, I want to go back, and Julian's like, hey, maybe you should get your shit together and join the newspaper club like you were talking about.
Yeah, take your anger out on the written word. Like a good author. Yeah. But like, it's bad. And he gets beat the fuck up. And then they're back in the weight room. And they're talking about what happened. And Drew is bench pressing while one of the dude bros on the side is telling him.
That's what I was talking about, Julian.
Yeah. Truth. You're so good with the names.
I wrote it down, Kelsey.
Yeah.
But like, we forget names on this show all the time.
Yeah.
So props to the Panthers out there who can keep our shit straight.
Yeah.
But then fucking Dave goes back to meet Alli's parents and like they play poker and it's fine and awkward and he's wearing the worst shirt and the worst hat to be like, this is me. Dave, you've literally never dressed like this.
Yeah.
Ever. I've never seen him wear a hat before this scene. In all the years he's been on this show. But
now he's got to let his star fly. He's got to...
I gotta let your parents know me.
Yeah.
Shut up, Dave.
They don't want to know a teenage boy.
Dave thinks he's so fucking special.
They don't need to know what you're up to. Oh, you make friends with adults. That's what every child thinks that they do. When it's really just an adult, like, humoring them. Whatever. Tired of it. Go pick a new t-shirt. Yeah, and then we get to the part where
Holly J and her mom.
Yeah, Holly J and her mom breaks the news. We're gonna buy this dress for $20,000.
And she's like, haha, cool. This is so weird.
Yeah.
This is weird.
Yeah, you're just gonna have a briefcase filled with $20,000 in cash and you're gonna be taking out hundreds and paying for your rent in $100